Hey guys, welcome to the Next Level Mamas podcast. I'm here to encourage and empower you to create a life that you love as you head toward your own next level. Now, let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to Next Level Mamas podcast. I'm so excited today. I hope your goal progress is going well so far. We are on our third week of the year, and it seems to be flying by. At least for me, I feel like every day I look up, like 10 days have gone by. Now, I for one have a lot of goals. Like I talked about before, I chose goals from the different areas of life while I developed the vision for what I wanted for my year. The different areas of focus for me were health and fitness, relationships, spiritual, educational, community volunteering, my business, and my home. Now, we talked about writing out the goal in a way where it reads as if it is already done. That is key for me. One of my examples that I talked about, you guys are probably tired of hearing about, but it's an easy example to look at. The one example that I usually give is at the end of the year, I will say, I have run at least 1 mile every day this year. Now, that's what I'm going to say on December 31st with a huge smile on my face because I will have accomplished that. So far, 18 days in, I am rocking and rolling on this. Now, next we talked about setting myself up for success. Now, for this one, I actually created a monthly printout calendar from the great internet for free. I printed out one for every month of the year. So I have 12 of them. I put one on my treadmill every month so far. January, I have one on there. Then I have these little stickers that are from just the Dollar Tree. It was a package of multiple sheets of little tiny stickers, and they're heart-shaped, which makes them amazing and colorful. It was only $1 back in the day when Dollar Tree was only $1, folks. It was quite a while ago. So for $1, I got so many stickers. I used them all last year, and I'm still using them this year. So I put a sticker on each day of the calendar. And as I put that sticker on there after I run, I smiled to myself because I know that I am doing the work. Now, I've also set up that accountability with my friend, like I told you, where I send a picture each day. We send each other the picture that has our running stats on it. It's either a picture of the treadmill or a picture from our running app. Now, this method so far seems pretty solid, and I have confidence in my ability to accomplish this goal. I'm not saying it's going to be easy by any means. I am saying, though, that I feel like I will find a way around obstacles when they come, and I'm going to somehow make it happen. Now, I was thinking about my goals this week, and I began thinking about what it actually takes on just the tiniest micro level to get success toward a goal. Now, I decided when I really look closely, it takes just tiny, tiny habits that all add up. Now, here's the run. Yes, I've dedicated the time for the runs, but that habit of snapping the picture at the end, texting it to my friend, the habit of looking at my sticker chart and putting my next sticker on, those were all new, but they were actually really easy to develop because I had that instant award when I put the sticker on the chart. I snapped the photo to my friend, I got hers back from her workout, and I had the accountability set up. Now, it was really easy to add on because I already had a habit, a solid foundation laid of exercising almost every day as a baseline for years. So all I had to do was tack something new onto that foundation that I already had firmly laid. When I was thinking, what about something that is brand new? Like something that's brand new, it is crucial to have a visual reminder. Now, what does that mean? That is where you have something placed in an area that you know you will see it multiple times a day. Some ideas that people use, it could be a screensaver on your phone or your laptop, your computer, that has like your goals listed where you see them and they're top of mind. We all have certain places that we know we're going to be. Maybe even spend a lot of time. For a lot of people, it's a desk. A desk is really easy to use. Placing visual cues on your desk, your screen, the wall by your desk, just any place that you know you cannot get by without seeing it. Now, on my desk, I have multiple things. I have one of the glass jars that I'm always talking about with the glass rocks, and that is for a new habit that I am creating. I have some beautiful flowers reminding me of my self-love that I am cultivating for the year. I have the book that I'm reading a little each week in order to finish by the end of the year. It's a big book. It's kind of like a college course to me. I know it's going to take the whole year, and I know if I put it on a bookshelf or in the closet, it'll be out of sight, out of mind. So it sits there staring at me. So I know at least once a week, I'm going to get a little more of that book into my brain. Now, I also have on there, I have my list of affirmations in my personal anthem that I read every day. I have a little silver cup that sits on top of my essential oils case. It sticks out like a sore thumb, and it just reminds me to get some water in the cup, fill up my diffuser, and use some of my essential oils every single day. That's new for me. I've always used essential oils, but honestly, it was just like when I remembered, which was rare, or if I was sick, then I would remember because I had a reason to diffuse something. But now, I have all these wonderful smelling things. I should be using it every day. So I have my little metal, it sits, when I say it sticks out, it does not blend in at all with all my floral decor. It sticks out and it reminds me, hey, get some water, fill it up, fire it up. It's working so far. I also have a picture of my dog. It's the picture that I used for her therapy dog certification card. And it's right by my desk. And that reminds me of my dedication of keeping her brushed and ready to do therapy dog work. I have a box of cards that are daily challenges, and there's one in there for every day of the year. It's bright yellow and it has 365 cards in it. I know if I move that box off of my desk, I'll completely forget about it. And it's really a fun challenge for me. It's got things, I'm trying to go through them and see what all there is so I can plan out when I can do the ones that are extra challenging. There's one on there that says, do not curse for 24 hours. And that one, I have yet to get myself to clean up my act enough to earn that card. It's on top of my desk staring at me. I'm going to tackle that one. But other ones that it has in there are go to a new coffee shop you've never been to, ask a stranger what they're listening to on their headphones, which I actually did that at the gym, which was it was really super fun. They're little challenges that anybody could do, but you might get out of your comfort zone on a lot of days. But that desk, that box is sitting on top of my desk, and it's very bright, and I cannot miss it with all the cards every day. But like I said, I know if I remove that box from my desk, it's a clean slate. I won't remember it at all yet because it's only January 18th right now as I'm recording this, and it's a new habit. Therefore, it needs to be major visual cue for me. Now, what else do I have on my desk? I have my calendar with my schedule filled out. It's open where I'm staring at it all day, every time I walk by. I also have my goal book open, also showing it has checkoffs for my daily habits to check off every day, that things that I'm doing that go toward my goal. And then it also has weekly and monthly action items that go toward my January part of all my goals. Sounds extreme, but I have set myself up for success in doing this. I can't avoid my goals, and that's the point. I see my desk a large part of my day, coming and going. I'm always checking in on my schedule. I coach people from that desk. It's a huge part of my life. Now, I try to think of other things for those of you without desks. Maybe you work where you don't have your own desk. Maybe you seem to live out of your car. You get to take what you've got to work with and ask yourself, what would be the easiest way to keep myself reminded? This is where maybe it's your bathroom in the morning and evening that you know you're going to go there, and you could have visual cues there. Or maybe for you, it's something on your fridge as a visual cue as you're preparing your food for the day or your dinner for the evening. Maybe it's a small spot by your coffee pot that you put a visual reminder. It has to be something new that gets your attention. It can be an actual note. People use Post-it notes. Or it could be a little small figurine that you and only you know what it signifies. Whatever can trigger that cue for you to do the thing you're wanting to do. That's all we're looking for. For a lot of people, these cues need to be in their car because they seem to live out of their car. Now, it's easy to put visual cues in your car. I feel like it's like your desk. It's a personal space. You could put Post-it notes, pictures. Use your imagination and figure out what works for you. A lot of people have things hanging from their mirror all the time anyhow, or little things sitting on their dash. Now, I promise nobody's going to know if it's something that you're keeping to yourself. Nobody will know that that's your cue. Alarms those are audio cues that work quite nicely. I used to do that. I would set an alarm to remind me to take my vitamins because I have vitamins and supplements that I take like 4 or 5 times a day. So I'd have to set an alarm when I was first getting into the habit, or drinking my water, setting an alarm. You see the people with the water bottles that have countdowns like, you're almost there, keep drinking. Visual cues and audio cues work very well. You get the cue, then you do the thing. Eventually, you're just going to do the thing, and you'll be so happy that you went through all this work and laid this strong foundation. Now, I was thinking also how there are stars in sports that seem to get all the glory, but they're the ones that make that three-point shot. But they couldn't make that three-pointer if nobody ever passed them the ball. Have you ever thought of that? Your habits are what pass you the ball. They set you up. They don't get near the limelight that they deserve. But truly, most goals would not be accomplished without them. All those tiny habits and the successes add up to the accomplishment of the final goal. Now, your workout routine can be assisted with your habit of laying out your clothes and packing your gym bag the night before. Maybe you even fill up your pre-workout drink bottles, prepare your post-workout snack, all the things that make it easier to execute your main event, which is the workout itself. Now, if I want to, this is one of the things I'm doing, and I've talked about it before maybe, that I am volunteering by baking cookies for a project where they hand out cookies to kids on college campuses. It's a mom's project, and I love it. I don't have to go to the campus. I just have to bake the cookies. Now, if I want to have the habit of baking those cookies for the volunteer project once every couple weeks, I have to set myself up. I can't be like the day of, I'm supposed to hand over the cookies, like, oh my goodness, I forgot to make cookies and I don't even have sugar. Like, I have to put those baking supplies on my grocery list where I see them each week. And I can make a decision. Do I need more of this baking item or do I have enough? I already have a time on my schedule to do the baking. I've penciled that in. But I can't get to my baking time and not have the supplies. I need the habit of getting those supplies and having them ready. I put it on my calendar when exactly I'm handing off the cookies to a volunteer coordinator. Now, the main event is obviously handing off those cookies, but all the other things are the assists. I already go to the grocery store every week. That's a habit already in place. I already have a revolving list of things that I use every week. I only had to add those items to it. Then I utilize my calendar to place the baking time on there. I already have the habit of following my calendar. I already have a time when I know I'm going to be meeting with the person who is the person who takes the cookies to the event. The time is already set up to see her at the gym. I just have to have the cookies made and ready. The framework of my calendar, the list, the meetup with the person is already in place. They are the assist. The cookies are the main event. Now, lastly, what about something that's brand new and doesn't even appear to have any foundation or any assist? What now? An example for me is my evening kitchen cleaning. Now, this is something I've always dreamed of, and I'm going to be honest here, and I feel a little bit vulnerable because I feel like I might be the last one ever to develop this habit. Now, why haven't I gotten into the habit of doing it? My brain will tell me I'm the only one who hasn't developed this adult skill, which is crucial to keeping my house clean. All the other ladies have already done it. You see how my brain wants to use a shame tactic to try to prod me into action. Well, this is a tactic I've used for years on this, and believe me, it doesn't work. Shame can only lead to hiding and not working on the actual project that I want to work on. Now, things I can do to develop this habit are, of course, a glass jar with glass beads. I have that on my bathroom counter, which is the place I know I will go to bed to brush my teeth in my already developed nightly routine. I'm just tacking it on to a habit that's already instilled quite well. Now I go into my bathroom, I look at the jar, and I know that it signifies my clean kitchen, that I've cleaned the kitchen for the night. Right now it's working about 60% of the time. I have a habit tracker also on my goals planner that I'm tracking it. Now, this time I am refusing to shame myself, but I'm only resorting to encouraging myself in this. I can't avoid the jar. It's right there when I get ready for bed. Now, when I look at the jar, I have a decision to make. If I haven't cleaned up the kitchen, then I can either decide it's okay, or I can decide to take the 10 minutes and go back to the kitchen to complete the task for the goal, where I know I'm going to get to come back to my bathroom and plop that glass rock in. Now, I am a work in project. I am working on this, though, this time with a more gentle approach, and it's actually working. Already 60%, and it's only the third week in January. Now, I honestly I'm feeling quite positive about this for once in my life. Now, I challenge you to think about your goals. The goals that are going well, analyze them for data. There are nuggets of useful information there. Why is that goal working so well? How have you actually set yourself up for success in going toward that goal? Give yourself credit where all the credit is due. Look at the ways that you are doing it and see how you can apply the same sort of skills toward all your other goals. Now, what goals are you still in the process of figuring out? What is your blockade? How can you work your brain around it and gain some traction? All you need is a tiny bit of traction to go from stuck to moving again. That's all we need. Now, I hope this has helped you in some way, and I hope you're making serious traction already toward your goals for this year. Go to my website, nextlevelmamas.com/podcast, and get the free resource that goes with this episode of the podcast, because we are out to win the level we are in and go to our own next level this year. Now, I'll talk to you next week. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Next Level Mamas, where we are out to win the level we are in and move into our own next level. For more information on coaching with me, please visit nextlevelmamas.com/create your life. See you next week.